I have wanted to do this for quite some time. Just give you a quick review, a quick oversight based on my own experience with this. I'm not sponsored or paid by Zoom. This is just my own review. The strengths, the weaknesses, what's good, what's not good about it. Put hundreds of hours of use to this for sure. I picked this up used for a mere $100, and it came with some of the add-ons here. This definitely recommend as far as visually. It looks great. I've used this as a field recorder, and then I've used the sound effects in videos and music. Best example would be recording the ocean. Use that in a long electronic ambient sound. It's beautiful. It shows you everything here on the screen, is your levels, so you can adjust. There's buttons on each side. There's a little bit of a speaker in here, so if you want to test it and then just play it back, you'll hear it. But it's a tiny, but it's good for figuring out. Yeah, we know it's going to work. The main uses, of course, for this for me are my YouTube channel. I do videos. I film on a Canon camera here, and then I record at the same time the audio here, and I do a clap at the very beginning, and then you upload the file out of here. It's got a little chip cards, and then I just take that out, load it in my computer, and I load the computer file from the camera. So I've got two files, and I just line them up. Then I turn off the audio from my camera, and I don't use that, just use the picture, and then I use the audio from this baby right here. When I'm recording, I make sure that the audio is around -12, -6. You don't want it to get so loud it's distorting, and the way you can control that is on the other side here, record level plus and minus. I could do it while I'm even talking to you. For an example, I could turn it up or down based on what the ambient noise is. So if you're in a really loud place, and I've done this too, like a loud concert even, so you just turn the volume record level, you can turn it down as low as 3 or 2, and then you'll actually see there's still lots of headroom, meaning that it's not going to slam against the maximum decibels. Even in a super loud concert, and it's going to be sound great when you play it back. You can plug in your headphones and test the playback just to make sure it sounds good, but you can see it visually. Yeah, all you need is a little card, a little memory card in there, and I'd recommend you get a couple of them. So when I'm doing a speaking video like this, I don't want it to be left and right. So you can set that to mono, and I've done that all the time. It's very user-friendly. I mean, you'll get a manual with it, which you can get pretty in-depth as far as adding, a limiter to the vocal. If you wanted to put a chorus, there's even effects in here. So you can set this up for 4-track mode. It's like a 4-track machine. I could do a pass-through of my guitar. So now I'm going to record on track 2. I have my headphones plugged in, and then I hear that, and I'm going to add on track 2 something else. Or I could be singing, or I could have an acoustic bass or electric bass if I'm playing an amp. I mean, that's kind of what you could do. And then those 4 tracks I just upload to my computer. I use iMovie, and then I can do video while I've done those tracks. So I've done a video of each of those 4 tracks, so I can actually put an inset with maybe choose 1 or 2 other video segments and line it up, and basically make yourself a little production for YouTube where you're playing 4 instruments at separate times, but you've got all the video. You see yourself playing the banjo, the guitar, the drum, or whatever, singing. Files are recorded nicely. This is really easily organized when you put it on your computer. By the way, there's batteries in here, but I also got a electric plug. I recommend you get the charge plug and have a battery in there, because if accidentally you unplug it, you won't lose your data. What was the bad thing about this? Well, there's almost nothing bad. There was one issue, and it's a pretty big issue, and this has happened to other people who've owned this as well, is this little chip card. When you put this in here, you push your thumbnail into it down a little, and then there's a spring release, and it pops out. It was stuck in there, and I couldn't get it out. And I looked online. This has happened to a few other people. I had to take it all apart. It took me 1 hour. I get down to the parts right here. It was just to do with the metal, the way the metal was set in there. All I had to do is bend it a little, and that's it. Problem solved, and now it goes in and out, and I do that all the time. The other thing is this little door falls off, this little piece of plastic that breaks off, so I just put some tape there. It's got this sort of turn wheel, push in wheel, lots of buttons that all work really well. The machine's relatively intuitive. I also want to explain one other way I use this is when I was doing pedal demos, okay? So there's two inputs here, right here. They can put a 1/4 inch, like a guitar type of plug, or an XLR, which is a microphone. Basically out of the pedals and into here. And I set it up here with the settings so that it was recording that simultaneously while it was also recording my voice, so I could talk, play the guitar, and the guitar sound would be directly into here. Now, if you're using a guitar pedals, I want to make sure the last one is a virtual speaker simulator, because sometimes, especially if it's just distorted guitar, that really harsh sound, whereas you want to go through a virtual speaker simulator at the end of your chain and then put it into here, and then you get that nice clean sound. And also you can do it stereo. I went stereo from the guitar pedals into here. Beautiful stereo sound being recorded while I was doing vocal, while I was playing and doing a demo and making videos. So it's crazy good. It's crazy good. Like if I had to give it a star rating out of 5 stars, I would give it 5.5. Even though as I mentioned, there was that nightmarish incident. But if you do have any questions that I didn't answer for you on this video, make sure you leave a comment below. I do read all of them. If you can get this little add-on thing, this screws on. It makes it so much easier to work with this that way. I love this thing. I'll cry. The day it's dead, I'll cry because I got so many memories of this thing. How many thousands of hours of videos I've made with these.